Whoa.
Hello, it's Tuesday night. You know what that means, right?
It's time.
It's time for Wedding Business Growth.
Let's have some fun.
How you been?
Good, bro. How are you?
I've been doing well. I feel like I haven't seen you as much this week as we normally do, right?
I know.
It's kind of a weird week.
Yeah, it was. What you got going on?
I had a couple of events that were pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, one was pretty interesting. I have a new Command Center DJ booth. Shout out to Bun Gear for that.
Oh, sweet.
And some girl decided to prop her foot up on it to twerk dance and almost pushed it directly into my lap. Yeah,
That's wild.
So that was an interesting.
My goodness.
That was an interesting part of my event.
Interesting.
But other than that, pretty good, pretty
Nice.
easy weekend. I still feel very blessed that we are able to work, because I know a lot of our friends out there and a lot of our followers out there are still kind of on lockdown, or a lot of different things that are preventing them from being able to work. So I feel for the folks that aren't able to work, and I feel blessed that we are able to work at the capacity that we are able to work right now.
Definitely so.
So hey, those of you that are just joining us, thank you guys. We appreciate you. Feel free to comment. Look at there, Shane. Hey Shane, what's up, buddy? That's one of our DJs. Thank you for checking in, Shane. I was just going to say, if you guys want to check in the comments, say hello. Let us know what you're up to tonight. We got a great show for you. We got some cool things we're going to be kind of debuting, and we're going to be talking tonight with a good friend of mine that I've known for a long time, and he's going to help us come up with some really good ideas for you guys moving into post-COVID, maybe. Yeah. You know what I mean? We got another check-in here. DJ Chris. All right. What's up, Chris? What's up, man?
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for checking in. Upstate New York. Love it.
Got a buddy in Buffalo.
Is it? I'm sure it's cold up there. What's the weather like up there right now, Chris? I'd be curious to hear. And Shane's saying enough love and respect, man. We love you too, man.
Seriously, big shout to Shane Ryan, man. We got some good stuff coming up. Early fun project. I know we were talking about it last week.
Yeah.
Little music video actions. Can't wait to start working on that project.
What a talented dude too.
Seriously,
by the way, right?
Unbelievably talented. I listened to the song that he created. I can't wait for everyone else to hear it, because it's insane.
I agree.
So,
well, what about you? What happened during your week?
It was a good week, dude. Honestly, I didn't have an event or anything like that going on, but I was able to catch up on some stuff, and I got to hang out with some really awesome people on Saturday night. So it was a lot of fun. Good to just kind of decompress a little bit and catch up. So it was fun, man.
Michael says, I like that. I'm not sure, but nevertheless, Michael, appreciate it.
Thanks for being on, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And
howdy from California.
Tim, all the way from California. What's up, Tim? Thanks for checking in with us.
Oh, yeah.
Chris said... cold tonight, 38 degrees. Yeah, man. I'm sure that's definitely sweater weather for sure.
Getting chilly.
And then Mike said, been trying to join, answer your phones. I don't know. Did you call me? Michael might have called me. I don't know. I don't know. If he called me, I don't know. All right. Or maybe he called somebody else. I don't know. All right. So let's get rolling here. All right. We got another check-in. Rob, what up, Rob? What up, Rob? What up, Rob?
How you doing?
All right. So guys and girls, by the way, don't want to just say guys,
ladies,
guys and girls. Thanks for watching. If you are watching on Facebook, there is a link in the message there in Facebook that will have you give StreamYard the opportunity to show your name and your likeness. Otherwise, it'll just say Facebook user, and then we'll have to guess who you are. Tim says it's cold tonight, 67 degrees. Matt. Miami Mike Devine of Show Enough Tough DJs. I like that name. That's kind of a cool name. Yeah. I like that. And then TD checking in for Virginia. Where our peeps at RequestNow. Look at there, checking in with us.
Shout out.
Yes. Providing us with the dope swag. We always appreciate that. We appreciate you guys sponsoring our show as well. Speaking of RequestNow, that's a perfect lead in to the beginning of tonight's show. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. Hey. How you doing, Facebook user? Just go to the top of the post there and give StreamYard the right to show your face and likeness, and we'll know who you are.
South Dakota.
Chris checking in from South Dakota. What up, my
bro?
dude? What's going on, man? Thanks for checking in with us. So one of our sponsors, RequestNow, is coming out. They made a kind of a soft announcement, and we are here to help them make an actual full announcement of a new part of their product that they're going to be providing for their users. And we've had an opportunity to see it a little bit and get involved in it.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have some fun too tonight. We're going to, first of all, let's bring on Matt. So Matt is one of the co-owners and just all around great guy. Matt, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up? Are you guys able to hear me?
Yeah, how
yes,
you doing?
we can. Doing well, man. Thanks for joining us tonight. So we're going to help you debut a new feature on a product that's already an amazing product. Before we do that, here's what we're going to do. So we're going to make a few changes here. I want everybody watching right now, we're going to have a little fun tonight. You'll see on our banner, scrolling across the bottom there, you'll see on our banner that you can either scan the QR code that we just added to the top right corner of your screen, or if you're one of those folks that just like to send text messages out, the number is scrolling across the bottom. So we want you to send us, either scan the QR code or text to the number that you see scrolling across the bottom. And we want to know, what is your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Ooh.
What is your favorite Thanksgiving food?
What is your favorite Thanksgiving food?
For me, I'm going to have to say probably, I like turkey, but I only like turkey when it's like,
gravied up?
No, like fried.
Oh,
like a fried turkey, like really good fried turkey, right? Hey, Doug, checking in from Ohio,
up,
man.
Doug?
Hey, Doug, thanks for checking in. All right, guys, so this is what we want you guys to do. Either scan the QR code or send a text to the number. Let us know what your favorite Thanksgiving food is. By the end of tonight, we're going to give away a free Request Now shirt. You can see we have this particular one. Matt, I know you've got one of the other logos there. Show us on the screen there, Matt.
Yeah, can everyone see? Yeah, so this is another variation.
Sick. Yeah, so another option. There's, what is it, like 4 or 5
there's
options?
Four,
right?
there's 4.
Okay, so 4 different options you guys can pick from. And so we're going to give away one of these Request Now shirts tonight. By the end of the night, the only way you can win, though, is either to use this QR code to scan in or to text to the number that we have scrolling across the bottom there. And when you do that, you're going to enter to win a free t-shirt. We're going to give that away. We're just going to raffle that away before the end of the night. Cool. So without further ado, Matt, I'm going to turn things over to you. Do you want me to do a screen share from your computer there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have like a kind of anything prepared, but basically, you know, if folks want to see like Notify Now, I'll start there, and then if there's questions, I did send an email and text to a lot of our users, so hopefully they're on here. And I know, Dave, you've been a user now for, how long has it been, actually, maybe?
I mean, I think I've been using it now for about 3 months, maybe. And I mean, I swear by it. I think it's great. I think, you know, right now, I know it's challenging for a lot of folks that maybe are not currently doing events. Maybe it's a hard thing to understand why you would want to have it right now. But I will tell you guys that, and believe me, we don't get paid to say this. I'm just saying it because I believe in this. It's something you're definitely going to, I always say, a tool for your toolbox. And as a DJ, it's great to have a bunch of different tools that we can have in our toolbox, because you never know what that one tool might be that's going to be the differentiator between you and your competition. And this is one of those things where it's affordable. It gives you the opportunity to really provide something really cool, especially during times where social distancing is important and people are cognizant of COVID still and stuff like that. This gives you an opportunity to have an audience be able to interact with you, text in their request, do it in a fashion where you're not being they're not being intrusive to you, and you're not you're not having them up in your ear all night long. We know some DJs can't stand that. Some DJs do like that. It varies across the board. And at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter whether it bothers you or it doesn't bother you. What it does allow is an opportunity for you to connect with people on a level where you before maybe weren't able to do that. And with this new feature, the Notify Now feature, this is going to just take it to another level. So that's my plug for it. I think it's great. I think it's well worth the money. And I think that if anything else, let's say that you, and I said this on the show that when we first brought Matt on and we talked about Request Now, I said this then, and I'll say it again now. If you are, hey, I gotta do this first though. Big Earn, big love, buddy. Thanks for being on with us. Even if all you did was go with the case-by-case use of this. So basically, if you use it one time, it costs you $15 to use it for one event. So even if you just do event by event. So think about the fact that you could literally just increase the price of your service by $15 or $25, and it would pay for this every single time. Or, God forbid, you could actually absorb that $15, right? which is not a big amount of money to absorb, and be able to provide something that once you're out there using it, a lot of people, well, if they watch this, they might, but a lot of people in your market are probably maybe not going to be doing this. And this, again, could be the one thing that differentiates you. And the thing to understand is it's not necessarily about differentiating you from the client that you're currently working with. It's the wedding planner that's in the room. It's the venue coordinator that's in the room, the photographer, the videographer, all the other professionals that are in the room with you. It's those people that, you know, you're going to be able to differentiate yourself in front of. And then they're going to say, hey, I remember that guy, Nick, who was out there DJing and he had this cool little text in where people could have conversations with him and text in their request and et cetera, et cetera. So, sorry guys, I go on about it, but only because I love it.
One last thing, for me, I mean, I haven't used it at an event. I mean, I've texted in on it and stuff like that, and I can tell you, it's really cool. I mean, on an end user type of thing, I think it's pretty awesome, and I think it could be a game changer for weddings and for other stuff like that. So no doubt, super cool.
All right, Matt. So, and before you come on, Matt, just once again want to say thank you to everybody that's watching. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for jumping on with us. Chris says, "Hey, Matt, nice to finally meet you." Yep, absolutely. This is great. This is like the modern day way of meeting.
I know, right?
This is like how we all meet each other now, and eventually we're going to be able to get back to doing these things in person. I can't wait to do that. We are actually planning. Should I say it?
Sure.
We're actually planning to put together a wedding business growth summit probably in 2022.
Yeah. The first time hearing that. How come I didn't hear about that?
Yeah. We literally just talked about it. We literally just talked about it.
I'll definitely be there.
Chris says he loves your product and service. Absolutely. Absolutely. But guys, feel free to drop questions. Feel free to drop comments. We're monitoring those for you guys. All right, Matt, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to turn it over to you. Because I really want to hear about, and I know that probably the people who use your service really want to hear about NotifyNow. So let's jump onto that.
Yeah. So before we talk about that, just real quick. So I did set up an event for tonight. So the idea is if you want to try to win a free t-shirt, the way to enter for that is like scan your QR code and then you can just text the number, your favorite dish. It's just kind of a way to get started. So this is what we call the live view. So this is what you as the DJ would see when you're at an event. So you can see people like green bean casserole, stuffing, potatoes.
I see sweet potato pie on there. That's what's
up. Wow. So,
and I love that you're just if I can butt in for a second here. Sorry, Matt, but I love that you're doing this because this is showing a lot. Like we're asking people to do this right now, and it's actually happening right in front of us. So this is really cool. Yeah.
So to win a free shirt, again, just text in anything. And also what's cool is we have this name feature. So I can see DJ Chris, he likes potatoes. Christopher likes cranberry sauce. And then if you were at an event, you could actually respond to people. And if these were songs, we're kind of using this in a funny way. This is just adding it to a short list here, which goes up here. So that's just kind of how you would shortlist something. So I can remove that for now.
Just want to show a quick plug for you here real quick, Matt. Doug says, spinning the use of RequestNow has landed me multiple events that otherwise may have gone elsewhere. I mark it as a tool to embrace COVID protections.
Wow.
Love it.
That's
awesome, Doug.
Yeah.
That's a great
I haven't spoken to Doug, so that's great to hear.
Sure.
So anyway, so this is basically kind of the live view, but the point I'm trying to prove is, so 11 people have texted in. So when you end the event, which I do need to do so that the NotifyNow service can work, so I will do that, and then I'll just have it start again so we can run the raffle. But one of the features is to run a raffle. So that's what we're going to use is essentially the ability to run a raffle, and we'll see who's going to get that free shirt. So now on to NotifyNow. So the idea with NotifyNow is, let's say you're David and you've done maybe 5, 6, 7 events by now. It seems
at least.
Okay, you've probably done 6, 7 events, and maybe you get like 20 or 30 people. So I don't know what that is off the top of my head, but it's probably 150 people, like unique people, have used the service. So the idea is maybe 2 or 3 times a year you want to send out just an update to kind of everyone who you've interacted with, whether it's sharing you've reached 500, like reviews on like Wedding Wire, or you're offering maybe a new service, or you just want to wish people a happy holidays. So I think it can be something that provides value to them. And what Notify Now allows you to do is basically reach out to everyone who you've ever kind of contacted with. And in this portal here, you can just write your message. So, tonight I can just show it to you guys, but let's say this was in a few weeks from now, I can say like, thanks for attending the webinar. Thanks for attending the webinar. Hope you are having fun tonight. Or yeah, hope you watch each week. And then I can basically put the YouTube link here. So I can actually get that from over here. So this is just sort of an example. And what this is going to do is it's going to blast to all 11 of you. So hope you don't mind, but I will send it and you all should get it.
Sweet.
Did you get it? It looks like I got an error. You know what? It's because I tried enabling it for free on my account. So it might not have gone. Let me just switch to, you have to be, I think, on one of our paid plans.
Bigger and says, where's the link? Bigger, and if you just scan the QR code on the top right corner, or if you just text directly to the number scrolling on the bottom of the screen, and that's how you can enter to win one of the shirts. And you know what? It shows me that we got well over 20 people watching right now, which means that if only 11 people texted in, that means half of the group is not even going to be qualified to be able to do this. So make sure that if you haven't done so yet, and we're not going to spam the hell out of you, I promise you we won't do that to you. Scan the QR code on the top right corner, or just text directly to the number that's scrolling on the bottom of the screen there. And we want you guys to just let us know simply what's your favorite Thanksgiving food. That's all you have to do to enter to win a t-shirt from RequestNow. We're going to give away a t-shirt from them before the end of the night. Sorry, Matt, I just wanted to plug that in while you were...
No. So anyway, so that's the idea. So basically, you just enter your message in here, and then you click send. We show you the number of people that you're going to reach ahead of time. So for us, it's only 13 because, as we see here, we've only gotten 13 people. You would type your message, and then you would basically send it out. And, it's kind of up for everyone if they want to use it. Some people might say, oh, are you just kind of spamming people? And I would just say, if you're providing some type of a promotion, you also enable everyone to kind of opt out, right? So a lot of us might be on different email lists, especially if you go to different like restaurants or stores, they might send you promotions every once in a while. So anyone can just respond back with stop, and then they're taken out and they'll never hear from you again. So you don't have to worry about that. I do think if you're sort of a bar DJ, or you do more clubs, I could see you sort of using it more to kind of announce when you're at different places, or if you're a bar yourself, then you might want to announce like a special or something like that. But yeah, Dave, is this something you see yourself kind of sending out every once in a while?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, the way that I would probably utilize it is from a mobile DJ standpoint. So if you're doing weddings, if you're doing corporate events, if you're doing things like that. Somebody said turkey for me is the best part of Thanksgiving. Hey guys, don't forget to scan the QR code or text it in so you can have a chance to win. We appreciate you throwing it in the comments. But if you want a chance to win a Request Now t-shirt, then please be sure to scan the code in the top right, or the QR code. Sorry, scan that, or just text it directly to the number scrolling across the bottom there. But I think that for me, maybe coming up, I saw a thing one time recently, and I'm gonna. Are we done with the screen? Can I take this off?
I'd say we're done. If anyone has questions, though, I'd say now is a good time to ask questions, because I know we're going to switch to Mark.
Yeah. So if you have questions, ask them in the comments. But I saw a really good product one time where somebody had the idea of coming up with a monthly special for your company. So I think this is a great way to utilize that. If you were to come up with a monthly special, and you only sent this out once a month, so you're only doing 12 texts total per year with this on the mobile corporate side. And maybe for those of you who maybe have like a photo booth, or you have uplighting, or you have something else other than just your DJ service, then maybe you say my monthly special for January is 25% off uplighting. I'm just throwing that out there, right? 25% off uplighting, and you shoot that out to everybody, and that's your January special. And maybe you say you're getting this text because you attended one of our events. Just want to let you know that our January special is $25% off uplighting. Contact us here for more information. Something super simple like that. I think that once a month along those lines would be phenomenal. Now, if you work in, like you mentioned, if you work in bars or nightclubs or like we have a contract with Top Golf right now, we're not working there because of COVID, but how many times have we all said that phrase? But for us, that would be great to be able to text people that were at Top Golf and have them offer specials to us to send out to people. And we would be able to track those kind of things for them and really utilize and show how well this service is being used.
Yep, totally. I 100% agree. I think, if you're the mobile scene, exactly, sending it, I was even thinking just 2 or 3 times a year, just maybe one in the spring, like each season, right? Just letting people know about any kind of updates you have. And I think most people, like to stay in touch if they have a great time and they really like the DJ, right? They want to see what they're up to. And it's a good way to kind of like re-engage with them. And then, as you said, if you're a bar, you might want to use this as really like a marketing tool, and you just want to constantly kind of push out updates and sort of things like that. So I think it really takes some experimenting and playing with and kind of just seeing what's right. But yeah, I hope people get some use out of it.
Definitely so.
Absolutely. I think it's great. I mean, I think this is a great addition to a product that was already awesome.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see what people do with it.
Yeah.
Those of you guys that are already using the service right now, I'd be curious to know in the comments, what your thoughts are on this new addition to a product that you've already been using. Can you see yourselves being able to put this to good use? And then if you have any questions, if you're watching, you have any questions, now is the best time to put those in the comments as well.
Definitely.
While we have Matt on with us, we definitely want to get those questions answered for you. We are going to leave the QR code up along with the number scrolling at the bottom. We're going to leave that up for the duration of the show. So anytime you want to do that, you're able to do that. All right. So we got a question that came in from Chris. Will this feature expand to separate via event types or exempt an event to not be put in the pool or notify now to create different groups?
Good question.
That is a really good question. I can tell that he's one of our power users because he's always got really good questions for us. So yeah, so right now you can send it to basically everybody. That is a really good point, and it's something we've been thinking about because, David, let's say you do like a school dance, for example. You're not going to want to text sort of students because they're probably not in the market at all to kind of work with the DJ. So we are going to add that. We're going to add the ability so that when you make an event type, maybe you want to do just, like bars and not your private business. So we're going to make it so you can pick and choose the people you can send to, but that will come down the line.
I think it's a great idea. Yeah, absolutely. And then Hal says, is there any branding for our website? And if we did a show by show, would we be able to retain those contacts?
You mean like a logo to put on the site?
Yeah, I would think probably like I'm thinking like logos, which I know that you can definitely get those out to everybody if they need those, without a doubt, right?
Yeah, we can definitely give you some wording and we can give you some logos. We have some people saying like using RequestNow on their site, so I can help you with that. And then, so when you say retain contact, so I can kind of tell you why NotifyNow came into existence. So some people would ask us like, hey, can I get a download of the contacts that texted in? And for us, we don't really want to be in the business of just selling people's numbers, which I'm sure probably makes sense. So what we did instead was, why don't we provide a tool so you can actually blast all those people, which is probably what you wanted to do anyway. So the answer is yes. If you like, you'll always have those contacts in your account unless they opt out of being sent. Is that what Hall is meaning, you think?
That's what I get out of it too.
So yeah. They'll always be. And as Chris said, you'll be able to basically opt in who was going to be in it and who's not.
Gotcha. And then Mike says this is really beneficial, guys. Thank you for that, Mike. Yeah. Big Earn says, how long does it take to activate the service for an event? I know this happens really quick.
Like simply seconds.
Yeah. Yep. And Chris said, yes, thank you. So awesome. Absolutely. And then Big Earn says, branding for Book My Company for your next event at blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I mean, I don't see why not.
Branding for book. Yeah, exactly.
And then I got a text message asking, would I get a separate number for each karaoke account? I think that it's probably not necessary, like at different venues and stuff like that. I don't think it would be necessary to have a different number, because essentially the event lasts only for 24 hours. So once the event is over, right, then anybody from that particular event, that wouldn't matter after that, correct?
Yeah, like you only need multiple numbers if you're going to do like 2 events at the same time. So you can probably use the same number. Am I understanding that right, David?
I feel like that's the question. I'm the person who texted me is literally texting me.
Okay, right, we do give multiple numbers to people though who have like 3 guys DJing the same night. Yeah. And they have their own number.
Okay, so yeah, so if they're happening simultaneously, then they need a different number.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right, perfect. And then Henry says, Bobby has been amazing with customer support. I received my tap stickers yesterday. Nice. Very good.
Sweet.
Very good. Did we just get a guest join us?
We just got a guest.
Let's bring her in here.
But yeah, the last thing I'll say is if anyone is new to us and wants to sign up, they can sign up with 2 free events just using WBG. Yeah. Wedding Business Growth. Oh, wow. Is that your dog?
Yeah. She makes a guest appearance every once in a while. I don't know how she does it, but every once in a while she'll just pop in and say hi to us.
Anything you want to
say? She never says much. She looks cute as hell, but she never says much.
Cute.
She never says much. DJ AF, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us. Puppy Power. Webinar bomber, exactly. Yes, Roxanne Shante. Actually, her name is Roxy, but I call her Roxanne Shante. She is the webinar bomber for sure. All right, guys. Any more questions, real quick? Just want to ask if anybody has any more questions. Drop those in the comments, real quick. Matt, do you want to hang around with us, or do you need to go?
I'll probably let Mark come on, but I'll hang around because at the end I want to do the raffle because we have 15 people so far.
Okay, so, cool. Very good. Very good. Bigger.
Yeah, I'll come back in a little bit.
Dope. This is super dope. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you out of here, sure. And just jump back on whenever you want to, closer to the end. I know you'll be watching, and then we'll give away that shirt. Okay.
Sweet. All right.
And if any other questions come up, we'll answer those as well.
Yep. Perfect.
All right. Thanks, man. Hey, dude. Yeah, we weren't. There's no way we could forget to do this, right?
Yeah.
No way we could forget to do this.
I wasn't gonna forget.
So cheers to another great week, man.
Yeah, dude.
Absolutely. Let's try not to knock it over. All right. All right, you guys. So that was the first half of why we're here tonight. The second half of why we're here tonight is to talk a little bit about this concept of, we kind of posted it, how to be, how to sell something without being an expert at what you're selling. And I think this is a great conversation about building relationships. And one of the things that's really cool about, believe it or not, there are a couple things that are really cool about all this COVID crap that we're going through right now. Yeah. And one of those is an opportunity to kind of reset and refocus and rebalance what you're doing, right? Yeah. And sometimes when this type of thing happens, the first thing that people want to do is run out and buy a bunch of crap. Oh, I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy that. This is not the time to do that. Right? Put that hand down. Put that hand down. This is not the time to do that, especially when some people, quite honestly, are in a position where they're trying to figure out how the hell they're going to pay their rent. Yeah. And I get that, man. Yeah. I understand that. So we want to talk a little bit tonight, and we're going to bring on a guest. This is also part of our series with N.A.M.E. If you guys are not familiar with, Lincoln says, love the shirt. Hey, Lincoln, be sure to sign up to win one, man. Scan the QR code or send a text down the bottom. You'll see we got a message going there.
Quick shout to Lincoln. Also, again, man, the stream's on fire, bro.
Yeah.
Every time I go on
He's killing it. He's killing it on
I know you're on Twitch. I kind of hopped over to Twitch for a little bit, but dude, killing it, man.
Killing it on Twitch.
Yeah.
What was I saying? I totally forgot. Oh yeah. So this is this is another part of our squirrel. This is another part of our series with N.A.M.E, the National Association of Mobile Entertainers. For our DJ friends that are out there, we know a lot of those guys are watching us, and we appreciate you being on with us. We're going to bring Marc on with us. Marc Burgess is another one of the board members with N.A.M.E. Marc is also a friend of mine that I have known for years and years and years. Marc, I'm just going to bring in. How long have we known each other, man?
Well, I formed my own company in 2002 and went to a N.A.M.E conference, and that's where I met you.
There you go. There you go.
Been a long time.
Hal said he bought too much crap. I hear you, Hal. I hear you, bro.
Yeah.
So can you believe it's almost been 20 years since we met each other, and neither one of us even looked years old, right? Neither one of us even looked 20.
It's almost my lifetime.
Hey, before we start, I gotta say a quick thing about Matt's program there.
Yeah.
Because we do several karaoke events simultaneously, and right now for COVID, we don't want people, writing with pens or getting in our faces, so they've been texting us. And I've been having to give out my personal cell phone number. I don't really want to do that to the general public, so I could totally see how this program would help me out.
It absolutely would. Lincoln said, "Thank you guys for the huge support and shout out." Big Earn says applause for bringing us on. So, Mark, off camera earlier today, and as we were leading up to this week, we were talking a little bit about how this concept of relationship building, with other people in the industry, and this kind of realization that you came to, I guess, kind of around the time of the economy crash, if I'm not mistaken, of like 2008, 2009. And realizing that, wait a minute, I don't really need to have everything under the sun. I really just need to know the people that do.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Right? So, when the economy crashed before, a lot of my friends were going out buying projectors and screens, buying photo booths, this, that, and the other. Next thing you know, they got to get trailers to haul all of this stuff. And,
right.
When I started my company, I went from working in an office to working at home. I've got a 2-car garage. My van is in one side. All my DJ gear is in the other. And I've always said, if it doesn't fit in the garage, I'm not going to buy it. If it doesn't fit in my van, I'm not bringing it to the event,
Yeah.
So like I said, I've got all of these people through our local N.A.M.E group that I knew. And I'm like, hey, would you guys be interested in kind of giving me a wholesale price on the stuff? And that way we all make money. How many people have multiple photo booths and they're not all out every single week?
Right.
So, this way, it's a win-win for everybody. I make money by just clicking, not making a whole lot, but for me, it's 100% profit to click something in DJ Event Planner and add it to a contract, subcontract someone else to do the job. I don't have to maintain the equipment. I don't have to staff it. I don't have to upgrade it. Like uplighting, how many times has that changed in the time it's been out? We started with RGB lights that you got to plug in. Then we added amber. Then we added white. Then we added UV. Now it's wireless. Now it's wireless DMX. I'm like, I'm not doing that, but everyone else is, and I just rent them from them. And then when their lights would normally be sitting in a warehouse, at least I can help them make some money on it, and they're not doing any of the labor in that regard. I'm just doing a rental from them. And so again, I rent it for wholesale, sell it at retail, mark it up, and everybody wins. It works out great.
Yeah, I've seen that happen a lot in the video space too. There's tons of people that they're sitting on these huge cinema cameras that are worth $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, and you see them
using them at every event.
You're right, exactly. You're not using it for every production. It's like, I'm just going to sit here and then they rent it out and they make probably tons of money. They probably return on their investment already. I mean, I could imagine. So awesome stuff.
Yeah, I think that a lot of the focus going into, I want to say going into 2021, but I mean, going into post-COVID, let's just call it that. We're hoping that that's going to be 2021, but whenever Hopefully, it's going to be, going into post-COVID, I think if people can, could kind of get this concept of getting lean, and that's what we're talking about, like get lean, really think about, and I don't mean like, get lean this way, which that's probably
I put on my COVID weight, so I need to do that.
That's probably a great idea to do that too, right? Yeah. But getting lean from the standpoint of what is the most important thing that you offer as a business.
Yeah.
What, go back, shout out to DJ Event Planner. Mark mentioned that. And if you guys aren't using that, you definitely need to use that. We should bring those guys on. It doesn't matter whether you're a DJ or not. That product is amazing. But if you went in your DJ Event Planner and you looked and you said, okay, here's all the events that I just DJ'd on. Here's all the events that I did uplighting on. Here's all the events that I did, Dancing in the Clouds and Cold Sparks and all these crazy, inflatables and anything you can imagine. And then when you whittle that list down to the things where you went out and spent, a minimum of $500 up to a couple $1,000s on something. Yeah. And then you realize you only used it maybe once or twice and you technically haven't even made your money back on what you paid for it. Right. Then this is a great time to, number one, sell that shit, just get rid of it for whatever you can get on it. Okay. And then start using this time where everybody is kind of in the same boat. We're all in the same boat. There's not anybody that's not in the boat that we're in right now.
Yeah.
And really start building relationships, like Mark said. Extend out to people and say, listen, man, instead of, fixing what isn't broke, why don't we strike up a situation with each other where maybe you can offer me a wholesale price, or maybe you can offer me some sort of a discounted price that would afford me the ability to offer these things. Okay.
Yeah.
And then this is the part of the conversation where we said you can start selling these items, and you don't even have to worry about, depending on how you set it up, like some people will bring them out, run them, like for example, photo booth, things like that. They'll bring it out, they'll run it for you, the whole 9 yards. Like that's all part of your agreement with them.
Right.
So you don't have to know how to run the photo booth. You don't have to know how to do all those things. You just have to know the right people who do. Is that kind of what we're saying here, Mark?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And then you said something about going out and buying gear. One of the things that my mentor taught me too is if there's a piece of gear you want to buy that's beyond your basic audio and lighting and all that, sell it first and then go buy it. Meaning, so we do game shows. I have the Game Show Mania stuff. I really wanted that stuff, but I wasn't going to go lay out a ton of money and not know if it was going to work. So I went out, sold it for a big corporate event, and I used that money to buy the stuff. Same thing with my karaoke. I got myself a 13-week karaoke contract twice a week at a bar, used that money to buy my initial karaoke set. So I didn't come out of pocket for any of it.
That's real smart. I've heard of videographers doing that too, and photographers, like they want to buy a drone, and they'll add the drone package, and then they cover the cost of the drone. So no, that's awesome.
And we've kind of done a lot of, honestly, we've kind of done a lot of that even with this show. Like if you guys go back on our YouTube channel, shout out to our YouTube channel, by the way. If you're not subscribing to our YouTube channel, we appreciate that you would subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would appreciate that love. But if you go back to like our early episodes of this show, you will see how it's evolved, and you will see how just everything, all of this stuff has just all evolved. And honestly, Nick and I just made a commitment to each other that we were just going to take any type of gratuities money, any type of overtime money, anytime we got paid any extra money beyond what we were, contracted to get paid at an event. And we agreed to pool that money up and start doing things like buy lighting and do this and do that and do the other thing. You know what I mean? So it can be done. And like Mark said, basically what you're doing, I love this phrase, spend out of profit, not out of pocket. And that's exactly what we're doing here. You know what I mean? Big Earn says photo booth add-on service. Definitely. Yes, sir. Big Earn says your video is super clean. Well, thank you.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. We try. So what are some of the things, Mark, that you probably have found to be the most advantageous in this concept of I know you've mentioned some of them, but just maybe highlight some of the kind of success stories that you've found that have really worked very well in this regard.
Well, everybody's kind of hurting right now, so I've been helping other businesses stay afloat during this time too by, using my clients to benefit them. Most recently I was doing, I beyond being a DJ, I own a travel agency, and we did a cruise night last week. And the hotel we were doing it in didn't have any AV in the room, and they wanted to use PSAV and charge us an arm and a leg for this stuff. Well, I just brought a basic sound system, but I also needed a TV, flat screen TV. Called up one of my friends, I'm like, how much to rent the TV and the stand from you? TV was sitting at home in his warehouse that night. He wasn't using it. He's got multiples of them anyway. But, I put some money in his pocket for something he would never have gotten. So it works out. It just keeps working for me with the friends that I've made. And that's the other thing, too. You strike up these relationships, and now you can become friends with them. That's how you and I met. And even earlier today, you were helping me with a project I've got coming up this weekend.
I think
I didn't know how to do it, but I said yes, I knew who to call to make it happen.
No, for sure. But I think that it strengthens the community a lot too. As like you mentioned, the DJ community or video community. I feel like right now we all feel like we need to own everything, and like, oh, we just have to have all of our own stuff, and we can't ask anyone for anything. And it's like, well, if you're willing to just reach out and talk to someone, like you said, you might make a friend. And I think it really strengthens the community too. I've talked to David recently. I've had to actually subcontract out some work to people, and it's actually like strengthens like the entire community, because I'm helping someone else, who would have otherwise not had any work to do. So no, it's awesome for sure.
It's very lonely trying to be everything to everybody and doing it all by yourself.
Wow. No, that's a great point. I love that.
It really is. And I think that, we talk about this a lot. I mean, it doesn't matter what part of the event industry you're in, whether you're a DJ, whether you're a Mike said thank you Mike, thank you bud. Whether you're a DJ, whether you bake cakes, whether you are a photographer, a videographer, an officiant, it really doesn't matter. Like, most people in our industry are type A personalities, and we talk about this a lot, and there's a lot of, and so with that comes a lot of competition, for sure. A lot of confidence, sometimes a lot of ego. And I think we can start to realize that when we start thinking of concepts like this, we can start to shave some of that away, and we can kind of move some of that away, and we can remember that our ultimate goal always is to provide our client with the best possible event that we can do that,
Sure.
And using this as an example, if let's say Mark is like the photo booth guy in the area, it just makes sense to me to go to Mark and say, hey, look, I'm putting together this badass event, and I need a photo booth, or maybe I need 2 photo booths. And are you, do you have anything available for this date? It just makes more sense for me to go to the guy who knows what the hell he's doing, because that's his focus, which is photo booths. And I'm just using that as an example, of course. And so I bring him in on the project. But then the other thing that comes out of that is that next time Mark maybe needs somebody for somebody for a DJ event, because in my example, Mark, you're not actually a DJ, you're a photo booth guy. He would hopefully think of me, and I would be the first person that he would reach out to for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it's really big in the sense that, like you said, you can strengthen and build this community a lot better.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because look, what's coming up in December, one of the guys I get the photo booths from, and other items as well, he had a client ask about jukebox bingo. So he's hired me to do the jukebox bingo event for him, and he doesn't have to do it, but we're both making money on it.
Right. That's fantastic. And another thing, just while I'm thinking about it, especially on the video production side of things, especially on like a commercial level, I mean, truthfully, I probably only do like 2 real commercial events a year, like where I would need to rent that equipment. So another question you might want to ask yourself is, how often am I really going to need this equipment? Does it actually, warrant me purchasing it? To be honest with you, 2 events a year does not warrant me purchasing a $40,000 cinema camera. It just doesn't.
That's correct. And the next time you need to rent it, you're renting the latest equipment, not equipment you buy in 2020 to use in 2022.
Because Lord knows,
every time you rent it, you're getting the newest stuff.
Yeah, it's just like with computers, man. You buy it and take it home, and 2 months later, it's already obsolete.
Right.
Like and it's getting that way even within our industry with the DJ gear. You know what I mean? Like you buy your favorite controller, and then 3 months later, the company says, "Oh, hey, we got a new one."
Exactly.
That pretty much does everything the old one does, except the color lights are different, or I don't know, whatever. It's not always.
And all the stuff is expensive. DJ gear, video gear, photo gear, whatever it is, it's so expensive. So it's definitely important to keep that in mind for sure.
I think for me, man, it's just wanting to. Tonight was all about just wanting to kind of offer another way to think. You know what I mean? Right. Again, when we're talking about people that do what we do, we all are type A personalities. We all are the best. Just ask us and we'll tell you. And listen, it's okay to have confidence. You should have confidence. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you also should always be open-minded. I mean, I've been doing this stuff hell, me and Mark just said we met each other 20 years ago. Yeah. Right. So at least 20 years, he and I have been doing this.
Yeah.
But I still want to learn. I learn just as much from, like, take, for example, last week's guest, Andrea. I learned so much from listening to Andrea talk last week. You know what I'm saying? I learned so much. And then I'm just going to throw a few comments up here. Carol says, thank you for making this happen for NAME in the entertainment industry. Carol, thank you. We appreciate all your support from NAME and everything you guys are doing for us. Chris says, think about your cell phone. I already see a photo booth industry as is at that now. Sorry. Yeah, absolutely.
Snapchat is your photo booth.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So I think that we're just talking about maybe opening your mind to think about things a little bit differently.
Yeah.
What COVID has taught us and what this situation over the last 8 to 9 months it's been now, whatever it's been. What it's taught us is that think about how everybody felt at this time last year.
Right.
So think about what everybody felt in November of last year.
Unstoppable.
We were like, holy shit,
This
2020 is going to be the best ever. Like, I'm going to triple my business and all of this stuff.
I jinxed myself because I remember telling one of my friends, I was like, 2020 is going to be a big year for me, bro. And the funniest thing now is like, it's like, oh, just kidding.
Well, but you didn't really jinx yourself. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it.
No, of course.
Right. But
of course.
what this year has taught us, and what what we're dealing with has taught us, is that it can change in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
And if it changes in a blink of an eye, the best way to combat that,
be prepared,
is to go back to kind of what I was saying before. Be lean.
Yeah.
Be lean. Be as lean as you can be. You know what I mean? I know that we have people that watch that are from all different walks of the event industry, but I'm talking to my DJ people right now because I know a lot of those are watching us.
Yeah.
Man, we love to buy gear. We love to buy gear.
Video folks too.
Okay. Well, you're probably right.
Yeah.
We're probably not the only ones. But what's the sense? What's the sense in being gear poor? Because how many of you guys out there, if you really were to look into your heart right now, how many of you guys out there are thinking to yourself, shit, I am really gear poor right now? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? and so this is a great opportunity for us to think about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not going to change your ability to do the things you want to do and to offer the things you want to offer. It's just going to change how you do those things.
Yeah.
You know, and the investment and the risk on your end substantially decreases. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Another great point that I'd like to just make, I think that might help someone, is maybe do the most with the least amount of gear. Like, how far can you push the gear you have now before you really need to upgrade it? Like, the truth of the matter is, like, I could have used the cameras that I'm using now. Like, there's more I could push out of them in terms of value, what I can do with it, you know? So I think we need to also, like, we think that maybe, like, sometimes, especially as a new business, like, oh, this new camera, this new thing is going to help me out. It's going to be the make or break thing. The God's honest truth is, I really don't think it makes that. It makes a little bit of a difference, but I don't think it makes as much of a difference as you'd like to believe it does.
The question I always ask myself when buying gear is, is it making my event, is it making my product any better? Am I going to make any profit by upgrading my speakers?
Right.
Speakers I use now, I've had probably over 5 years, this particular set. They sound amazing. They work great. You get compliments on them all the time. There's a lot of different brands of speakers out there that sound great.
Right.
So if I were to upgrade to the latest and greatest, is it going to make my events any better? Can I charge more just because I have the newest speakers?
You're right, and you have to look at that truthfully and try and with honesty, right? Like,
yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
I love Hal's optimism here. I'm still holding out for 2020 being my year in the next 6 weeks. Hal, I agree with you 100%, man.
Hey.
It's not over until it's over, man. We still got some time here.
Stay optimistic.
Rogue DJ Entertainment has a question here, Mark. If you outsource a job or referred someone for a job, do you get a large cut of the money? I'll let you answer, and then I'll give my 2 cents to that.
Yeah, it depends on your definition of large. But sometimes on a photo booth, I might only mark it up by $100 if I need to stay competitive on that particular job. But that $100 is nothing but profit because, again, all I did was click a button in DJ Event Planner and add it to the contract. I'm not touching it. I don't have any of the expenses. It's not my photo paper, not my ink, not my labor. You know, I'm just adding it to the gig that I'm DJing. So it's literally just 100% profit at that point.
Right.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great question, but and your answer was spot on with exactly what I would have said, which is, remember, you know, we're talking about this is putting you in a position where there's no upfront expense, there's no upfront risk. The only thing you're really investing up front is going to be your time to establish these relationships and create these relationships with people and have a really good, solid, like, understanding. Make sure that everything is 100%. Both of you are on the same page. There's no misunderstanding, because the other thing it could do real quickly is to is to put you in a bad way, and you don't want to do that. Chris says the KISS principle.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Keep it simple.
Absolutely. Our buddies over at RequestNow, don't forget to text in to win a free shirt. We're going to be doing that here in probably about 12 or 13 minutes.
Yep.
Big Earn says, no risk, no glory, baby. Yep.
That's the truth.
I agree. So I think that I think this is great, man. I think this is awesome.
This is stuff that's been on my mind, just honestly, and over the past couple of weeks, and I've honestly been reflecting on it too, just on a personal note. Like, yeah, like what do I really need? This budget camera is going to help me do, and I can create the same thing as the higher end camera, and with a little bit of research and comparison, you can find yourself saving, quite a bit of money. Or if you don't even need it at all, can I rent this?
Right.
Can I realistically rent this? I know for one job, honestly, probably for Shane Ryan's video, that'll probably be a rental job. Let me go find the camera, I can rent it.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily think you need to own everything all the time. I think a lot of that stems from ego for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where you got to put your ego aside to
exactly
stay profitable.
Yep.
I think that's a hard deal, but it's what you have to do. James says, I booked 3 new gigs after using RequestNow the other week. It's a must have in COVID. Well, I don't know that there's a better testimonial for RequestNow than that right there. And let's be honest. Most people, and Matt would probably agree that, what's the old saying? Results may vary. Like, just because you don't read this and say, I'm going to get RequestNow and book 3 new gigs next week. Like, it may not always happen. But I know for sure that even for me, man, I've had people, because I'll send out, one of the features that it allows you to do is send out a thank you message at the end of the night. Thanks for coming to Tom and Jenny's wedding. We hope you guys had a blast. If you have a need for a DJ, here's how you can reach me. And I've had, at least 2 or 3 people reach out to me since I've been using the product as well to inquire about upcoming events also. So it's just a cool thing. It's a cool product. Definitely. For sure.
Definitely so.
Mark, let's, if you don't mind, can you just talk a little bit about N.A.M.E for maybe some of the some of the people that are viewing that maybe are not members of N.A.M.E, and just since you are a board member, and I know we have some folks from N.A.M.E watching, I don't want you to, I don't want us to go on without not saying something about N.A.M.E, and I just want to maybe give you a few minutes to talk about that if you would.
Yeah, sure. Obviously, a lot of people get into N.A.M.E for one reason or another, but most usually join because of the insurance, the liability insurance, and you can also insure your gear through them. And that is probably the greatest and most used benefit. But what I have gotten the most value out of is the networking. When times were better, we did have our own conferences, and that's how I met you. Made a lot of great friendships all over the country, and it's given me the opportunity too to DJ in other places in the country. Here our season in Florida is different than what it is in the Northeast. So I've been flown up to Pennsylvania to DJ events during my slow season, which is their busy season, and had people come down from up north down here, reverse it, so we can do that as well. So the networking, the education from it, and there's some pretty good equipment discounts or services discounts and relationships we have with that as well. But you have somebody advocating for the entertainers also, and that's important. Carol's been doing a great job trying to keep the industry united. And again, it's a very egocentric industry, so it's not always the easiest thing to do. And props to Carol. She's continuing the legacy of our late founder, Bruce. Whereas after he passed, she could have just let it all go, and she quit her job as in an accounting firm to take on the mantle of making this happen. And that was several years ago. So the other thing too is, if you don't have a local N.A.M.E chapter in your area, get with the N.A.M.E office and start one. Because again, that's where most of my relationships came from, with whom I refer business to, who I contract out with, who contracts me. I subcontract myself out to a lot of different companies to help them out. If I have a date open on my calendar, I want to work. I don't care who it's for. I just need to, fatten up my bank account, and that's fine.
The bank never asks where the money comes from, does it?
Nope, sure doesn't. And we need to keep the cash flow coming in. So if you can set that up to where you work well with several other companies, more power to you.
Absolutely. I'm going to go through some of the comments here. Rogue says, thanks, Mark, David, and Nick. Thank you. Thank you, Rogue. Appreciate you being on with us. Facebook user, sorry, we're not sure who this is, but clients don't care if you're using a Maserati or a Ford Pinto, as long as you get there for the show. But if you're using a Maserati, you'll have to charge higher price, and that's something that clients definitely do care about.
Yeah,
I think you're spot on with that comment there, and that's a prime example of how You know, if you know how to use the equipment you have, you don't have to have
the Maserati.
You know, and let's face it. I mean, we all want to get there, but get there when it's right time to get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get there when it makes sense to get
Absolutely.
there. Chris says, I consider it an essential tool for every gig. I think probably talking about RequestNow, especially for younger couple weddings, gigs, school gigs, college and high school, and teen party, sweet 16s, etc. Mark Antonio says, I'd love to have your email address.
That's awesome.
It's really difficult. Mark@djmarcburgess.com.
Ooh, that is
really
a tough
original with that.
That is a tough one there.
Love it.
Let's see. Peterson Production says Carol's amazing. This is Matt. Matt, love to see you on tonight. Thank you, man. I love to see you on to that. Chris says work with others and more will come back.
Absolutely.
Matt says N.A.M.E is great for networking, education, and benefits.
So true.
And Carol is on tonight watching us. Thanks for watching, Carol.
Awesome.
I can't even believe it's been 12 years since Bruce passed away, man. I still remember it like it was yesterday. Wow. Wow, we miss Bruce a lot for sure. We really do.
We even made Bruce's funeral a party in our own
we
way.
did. Yeah, we did. That was a hell of a party. That was a good time. Well, you know, part of and then just to make sure that everybody understands, because we keep using this term N.A.M.E, just want to make sure everybody understands that's the acronym for National Association of Mobile Entertainers, which, by the way, is not just for DJs. It can any type of entertainment. Any form of entertainment. And I believe if you are looking for insurance and things along those lines for an affordability factor, correct me if I'm wrong, Mark, but a videographer, a photographer can they also get insurance through N.A.M.E? I can't remember.
Yes, videographers and photographers, we do have a number of those.
Okay.
We've got clowns, we've got live musicians, or clown videographers.
Even more so.
But and anybody in the event space, basically.
Nice.
So really, you know, maybe the E should stand for event companies instead of entertainers, because it's grown so much over the last few years.
All right, you guys. So if you have any questions for Mark, please go ahead and drop those in the comments section for us. We're getting kind of close to the end of our show here. We're going to be giving away a T-shirt from our good friends and sponsors of RequestNow. If you haven't done so yet, you've got probably about 5 or 10 minutes to do this. But either scan the QR code in the top right corner of the square of the screen there, or it's also scrolling across the bottom of the screen. There's a phone number for you to text. Let me see if I can find that comment that our good friends from, here we go, right here. We'll just throw that up for now.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll just throw that up there, and that either you can text that number, or if you're lazy like me and you just want to scan the QR code, then you can just do that with your phone and it'll take you right to the number to text to us. So, all right. So we are coming to our second favorite part of the show, which is from our friends at PodDex. Thank you, PodDex, for providing us this fun thing. So, Mark, if you haven't seen this before, Big Ernst says crossing fingers. If you haven't seen this before, Mark, me and Nick are just going to rapid fire ask questions back and forth, and we're going to ask them to you. We're going to ask them to each other, and then, of course, we're going to invite our people that are watching to answer these questions in the comments as well. And I knew it was coming. Big Ernst says PG-13.
Sure.
You know what? Tonight, let's just let it loose. Why not, man? Everybody's exhausted. Everybody's frustrated. Everybody wants to let loose a little bit. So let's make it happen tonight.
The light die.
Should I be nervous?
Oh, did our light die? Oh, well,
that's
that's what happens when we don't plug it in. All right, here we go. You got one?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
What would you do if you could retire at 40?
Well, I'm 53, so too late. But I'd be traveling as much as I could. What was that?
What could you do if you were 40 and you decided to retire?
Same thing. I'd be traveling as much as I could.
Traveling?
I'd be on a beach somewhere, on a ship somewhere, some island, drinking a fruity drink.
All right.
Yes, Big Ern, not rated. Big Ern says put an empty bottle in the trash and get another beer.
I would say put it in the recycle bin though, not the trash.
Sounds good.
That's hilarious. I think I'd probably travel too. I do like the traveling.
Yeah.
Hal gives us big eyes. Yeah, man, we get a little crazy at this part of the night, Hal. Let's see. Can't travel much now. No, you're right about that, Chris. You definitely can't do that now. So
I'd definitely go to Poughkeepsie though. If that's where Chris is from. I actually graduated college in Poughkeepsie.
I was gonna say that's up in your area. You've been there before, haven't you? Yeah. Absolutely. All right, here's another one. Has anyone ever approached you thinking you were someone else?
Yes. Joe Montana.
Yeah,
The guy from
yes.
Criminal Minds.
From Criminal Minds, you do look
when my
like
hair
him,
was
man.
a little darker before it got as gray as it is, people would come up to me at least once a week. They'd approach me at weddings. Hey, did anybody ever tell you look like that guy from Criminal Minds? It was nuts. I'm like, holy cow.
Ern said Wayne Newton. I love it. Wayne Newton. I love it.
I've had people call me, think I was Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean?
I can see that.
I can see that. Yeah, you kind of got that Mr. Bean look going on.
Creepy.
All right, guys, drop your
Bean.
answers in the comments. Let's not have Big Ern have all the fun here. You guys drop your answers to these questions in the comments too. We'll see what you guys think. Chris Harris says Ice Cube. I could kind of get that. Yeah, I see from your photo. I could see Ice Cube. Let's see what else we got. Hal says no one famous. That's okay. Hal, you're famous. So there you go. There you go. All right, you got another question for us? All right, here we go.
Oh God. Oh man, wow. What is the coolest thing that you've ever done at a job? I mean, that's should be pretty easy for everyone in this room.
What is the coolest thing you've ever done as a job? How about we say it this way? What is the coolest thing you've ever done as a job other than what you're doing right now?
Yeah, that's fair.
How about that?
That's very fair.
As in, what job did I have?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so my very first job was a lifeguard. And when I moved to Florida, I figured, well, if what I was doing at the time didn't work out, I wanted to be Mitch from Baywatch and be 40 years old and be a lifeguard running around in my bathing suit. But in Florida, there's not a whole lot of lifeguards.
Oh my God. Ern said you look like Sid from Ice Age.
I feel like I should take offense to that. Damn.
That's cold.
Love you, bro.
TD said limo driver. Oh, that's probably, man. I bet
cool.
I bet there's some stories behind that, man. Oh my gosh. I bet he could be on here for an hour telling us stories.
For real. Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Oh, that's funny.
What about you, man? What any other cool jobs?
No, I was in like property management before I was a videographer. But I did do Uber for a little bit while I was in college.
And you've definitely told us on the show some funny
yeah,
Uber stories, that's for sure.
Definitely.
All right, we're gonna get past the okay, hold on, we got one here. Oh, there we go. Chris said he was at Chuck E. Cheese. I was Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, how about that?
Wow.
Not just worked at Chuck E. Cheese.
He was Chuck
but
E.
Ice Cube was
Chuck E.
Cheese.
That's legendary.
That he could be Ice Cheese then. That would have been cool, right?
Maybe.
I don't know. It's just an idea. All right, let's skip past all this crap and go on to the real ones. All right, here we go. What question should you never ask someone you just met?
Yeah.
Smell that?
You smell that? That's funny.
Big Ern says I was a coin collector, Canadian quarters. I had 5. This guy.
That's funny.
This guy. All right. So, what is a question you should never ask someone you just met?
Oh God. I mean, Mark's was pretty funny, but I can't just tag team his answer. I'd say something probably like creepy, like oh, you smell good.
Yeah.
Like I think that'd be weird. Like meeting
Joe Biden and just smell their hair.
Right. Exactly. Right. Like you smell amazing right now.
Oh my God. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah, that works too.
Yeah, that's probably not something you want to ask somebody you just met, right? That's hilarious.
That's
Big Ern says top or bottom.
My goodness.
Top or bottom. Oh, Hal says, can I use your phone? Oh, that's a good one.
Very
too.
True. I'm so like I get offended when people are like, can I use it? I'm like, what are you trying to look for? I mean, what do you want to know about me?
That's hilarious.
I feel that.
That's hilarious. Carol says, how old are you? Yeah, that's probably that's a good PG answer, but you're right. Yeah, how old are you is probably not something you want to just ask people.
I got a good one.
How big is your trunk?
Come on, is that a microphone in your pocket, or you're just happy to see me?
Oh boy! No, all right. Here we go.
My question is, what is the longest time that you've stayed awake consecutively, David? I think I know your answer.
Oh, look what Chris said. Just the carpet match the drapes.
Nice.
Chris says, "Did you get my friend request?"
Yeah, that's sad. That's mad. Yeah.
Chris, are you actually asking us that, or is that your answer to the question? Because that's brilliant.
Yeah, I just Facebook.
I love that. I love that. Did you get my friend request?
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm just kidding.
Holy moly! Can I get your email? Oh man, I don't know. Did you get my friend request?
That's funny.
Might be the top one.
That was brilliant.
That is hilarious. I love that. Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
What was your question? What's the longest time you've stayed awake?
Consecutively, yeah.
About 5 days.
That's
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was not easy, but
dude, how?
I can't divulge how. What's your digits? Old school. I like that, Chris.
Dude, that is absolutely insane. I think I've stayed up for 24 hours and like wanted to die.
Yeah.
Like I can't even imagine what that felt like.
It was not well, it
crazy.
wasn't easy, but me and one of the guys that used to work for us, also named David, we went on a trip one time and we stayed up for like 5 days straight, and it was ridiculous.
That's nuts.
Big Earn says currently going on 9 months.
Yeah, right.
9 months of no sleep. I love it.
Mark, what about you?
I can't compare to David. I probably tapped out at 36 hours.
Wow, you guys are legends. I literally couldn't stay up longer than 24 hours.
That's college. You know, you got to get your term paper done.
Right.
You have the whole semester, but you do it the night before it's due.
Of course.
And back then, we used to be able to get 3-liter bottles of Mountain Dew.
That was it.
That's how you
that
got
was the fuel.
Oh my God.
Take you to the promised land.
All right, guys, get your text in. I'm telling you, last chance. Get your text in.
Yeah.
Scan the QR code or text the number scrolling on the bottom. We're going to be giving away a Request Now t-shirt here in just a few moments. So get those in. All right, here we go. Next one is, if you were a captain of a ship, what would you call it?
Oh my God. No.
Wow. That's going to take some doing. I mean, I want to be totally.
You could be disgusting. You could really make this gross.
What's that?
You could really make this kind of disgusting.
While you're thinking about that, Hal said I DJ'd a 10-hour party once. I love sleep too much. Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 10 hour.
Wow.
Yeah, Big Earn says he'd call his ship EMT Pockets. This guy.
I keep coming back to Star Trek and just wanting to call it the Enterprise.
Yeah. What would you call yours, man?
I'd call it the USS Nasty Nas.
The USS Nasty Nas. All right. Slippery when wet. Chris, I like that one.
That's witty. I like that.
Yeah, and there we go. Empty Pockets. Empty Pockets. I love it. That's a great name for a ship. We got USS Megathon. Okay, I like that one.
Yeah,
like that
that's
one.
hard.
Motion of the Ocean. I love that.
That too.
If I was gay, okay. I mean, hey, we live in 2020. If I was gay, I'd call it the Good Ship Lollipop.
Name it that anyway and let people guess.
Yeah, exactly. Let people guess if you're gay or not. Why not?
Is it Willy Wonka? Like, who's in
right?
there?
The USS Spinny. All right. My ship. My second bad decision. That is great, Steve. I love that one.
Awesome.
That's great. Bows Deep. There you go. I
Oh,
love that.
I would name it For Sale.
There you go. For Sale.
There's some great boat names as memes out there.
Oh yeah,
it's phenomenal.
God, yes.
Yeah,
some good stuff. All right, well, enough of this nonsense.
Yeah.
This has been a lot of fun.
Thanks, guys.
Mark, hey Mark, thanks for joining us tonight, man.
Yeah,
it's always great to talk to you, man.
Thanks, bro.
I love every time we get to talk either like this or even
it's always a good conversation
together. Yeah, you're just a all around great guy, man. Honestly.
For sure.
All right, so let's get Matt back in here with us. You gonna hang with us, Mark?
Sure.
All right, cool. All right, Matt, you back?
Yes, I've been laughing behind the camera. I'm like almost in tears. This is so funny.
Yeah.
All right, so this is it. Like I'm just gonna stall for like about 60 seconds,
Sure.
so that if somebody has not texted the number scrolling across the bottom of the screen, or scan the QR code that's at the top right-hand corner of the screen. If you have not done that yet and sent in your favorite Thanksgiving food, is all we need you to do to send in for a chance to win the T-shirt. Do we want to review some of these answers?
Yeah, share the screen because there's actually a funny one that I really appreciate. So TD said, "When are you gonna play my song, LOL?" Which I think is funny because I'm sure a lot of RequestNow users do get this.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, that's too funny.
So that one's funny. And maybe I'll take this as an opportunity to show. So you can also respond back to people and be like, coming up soon type thing. So this guy should get that.
Nice.
Let's see. Looks like we have 16, so that's pretty good.
Cool. Very good. All right. So one of these 16 people is going to be a winner of a Request Now shirt, right?
Yep, it's pretty good chances, I'd say.
Burns says, Ernie says, or Big Ern says, give me that gravy. Give me that gravy. All right. So so this is how it works, right? We're gonna show you guys how this works in order. And by the way, you can do this at an event. And part of the reason why we're showing this is to give you guys ideas of what you can do at an event. And this is a great way to get more people to text in to your service. You know, you could get like doesn't have to be a lot. You could get like a $10, whatever, $10 Starbucks gift card or something like that. And just say, hey, we're going to randomly give a $10 Amazon gift card or Starbucks gift card to somebody who texts in tonight. We're just randomly give it to somebody. And that might get some more people to get involved in what you're doing.
Well, and also in a setting like I'm doing several karaoke events, and sometimes it's just hard getting people up to sing. So it's like, look, everybody who sings and they've got to text you their song request, now you're in the raffle for a $5 gift card from the restaurant where you're doing it.
That's a beautiful idea.
It's another way to get participation.
You're so smart, my friend. Why are you so smart?
I hang out with smarter people than me.
Ooh, that's touche.
That's very good. That's a truth bomb.
Touche. All right, Matt. So should we do must be present to win, or is that too much?
We could. That makes it more fun. We could.
Right.
You do like you can put a countdown timer. I don't know. Yeah, we could try that and see.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe everyone.
Put that comment up there.
Here.
What's that?
That's hilarious.
Raffle off some TP, more expensive than an Xbox or a PS.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
funny.
That is...
Get your TP while you can, right? All right. So I tell you what. Let's do this. Let's not make it must be present to win. How about that?
Yeah,
we won't make the T-shirt must be present to win. Okay. So all right. So show us how it works.
Yeah. So ideally, you've entered your name. So when you text it, it will say like the DJ likes to personalize requests. And you can so like some of you have, like I see Christopher and Greg and Emmett and people. But basically in the settings, you just click the run raffle button. So it's really as easy as just clicking that. And then, there we go. The lucky winner is Emmett. And then this is the last 4 digits of their number if you want to confirm. So it just randomly from that 17. So I don't know if that person is in chat, but congrats to them.
All right, so Emmett is the winner.
Emmett is the winner. Yep. So that is the winner. It picked one.
Big Ern said you spelled Ern wrong, man.
Is that not someone's name?
No. He's just goofing off. Ern is just you know with Ern, that's how it goes.
His name is Ern.
All right. So is Emmett still in here? If Emmett is still in here, comment. If not, how are we going to even know how the hell to get a hold of Emmett?
Yeah, because they can basically. So here's what you could do. So I mean, if you're at an event, they would just come up obviously to the DJ. But in this case, they like, congrats, you won. And then I don't know. Ideally, they write back with their. I can ask for their address.
Yeah, well, hopefully he'll respond back, because if he doesn't, we're giving it to somebody else. Because James clearly said he won the raffle by a lot. Antonio is saying, what is this program? Antonio, this program is called RequestNow, and you can find out more information about it at requestnow.io. Requestnow.io is where you can find out more about the program that we're using here.
He said that.
How said you don't pronounce my name, Emmett? Oh man, Michael, it looks like Emmett won it. Emmett won. Michael says, I'm here. Big Ern says, who the heck likes sweet potato pie? Emmett raised hand.
I'm with you. I'm with Emmett on that one.
You guys are a trip, man. You guys are a trip.
Email your address and T-shirt size. So this is how. So this is pretty cool. I don't know if he's still online, but.
No, I mean, he's definitely responded back on that. He might have said that. He might have said, "To heck with this show, man. I'm just going to jump on and then do that." Oh, there he is, Emmett. There he is, Emmett.
Okay.
Yes, Emmett is our winner. Emmett is our winner.
From one of the 4 designs here.
Check those out, man. Those are dope.
I got the neon one on and the classic you guys are wearing.
I might have to re-up and get another one of those.
For real.
All right, so let's do another giveaway. Are we able to do another giveaway?
Yes, I can do another raffle.
All right. Chris says block him and try again. All right. So so here's what we're gonna do. And Mark, I'm kind of speaking for you, so I hope you're okay with me doing this. We're gonna offer a free 60-minute consultation with any one of us.
Wow.
So it can be with me and Nick. It can be with Mark. Okay. It can be with Matt. Matt, are you okay with this? Are you okay with this?
I don't think anyone would want a 60-minute consultation.
Well, they might. But they might.
They might.
They might. So we're gonna give away a free 60-minute consultation. We can help you one-on-one directly about your business. Whatever we can do to help you out directly about your business. Okay, that's what we're gonna do.
Love it.
So Bigger says, "Hell yeah, one-on-one." Chris says, "Perfect. I like it." All right.
So we're gonna do another one. Okay.
Yep. So let's do it.
Does anyone? Oh, it looks like one other person texted in, so that's fine. Okay. There we go. DJ Chris Disc.
Oh yeah.
DJ Chris Disc jockey, I guess. All right, DJ Chris, you're the winner. So you are going to receive a free 60-minute consultation from either myself and Nick, or from Mark, or from Matt. It's up to you. Whichever one you want. It is totally up to you. DJ Chris.
Congrats, brother.
Yeah, man. We want to help you guys. We want to help you be successful. We know how tough it is right now. We know how hard it is right now to be out here, trying to stay afloat and try to navigate everything that's going on right now. We don't profess to be experts at it, but we still we have all of us, definitely myself and Mark especially.
Yeah.
All of us, or I should say each one of us, have not only been through what's going on right now, but we've also been through the economy crash of 2008 and 2009. And, we were able to survive that. And I think we could probably do a whole show just about that. We could just do a whole show about the lessons that we learned from that. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Chris says, hell yeah. Thank you, man. Hal says, hi. Let's see. Rogue says, I want the t-shirt. All right, Rogue. Where can they go to get the t-shirt? Let's say they want to buy one.
You can actually buy one. It's if you just Google Teespring Request Now, we should come up. Okay. But yeah, and these are for sale.
Throw that link in the comments. Can you throw that link in the comments?
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, just copy that link and throw it in the comments. And that way, if you guys want to grab a shirt, you can do that, right?
Is that how?
No, that came to us. Throw it in the regular comments the other way, if you don't mind, because that came directly to us.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Carol says, thank you. Love you guys. We love you too, Carol. Thank you.
Carol. Thanks for everything you do too.
Are you going to do raffles in the future?
Yes, we're going to keep doing this, man. Every week. So if you didn't win this week, you still are eligible. You're still eligible.
Can I just quickly show now how to do the Notify Now blast?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Okay, so since the event is over, I'm going to end it. So all of you now should basically get thanks for watching today, and make sure to join the Google group. So what's kind of cool is it's like this meta thing where we're actually showing you, we're like trying to market for this program, but you can also do this at your events. So if you click end, that will basically send everyone that text, which is pretty cool. And then in Notify Now, so the idea with Notify Now is 17 people texted in, so I could say, thanks to all our viewers.
See you next week.
Yeah, see you next week. Thank you. I didn't know what to say. And here, I'll put the link for the t-shirt in here, for example, and then you can send that.
Perfect.
And then all you guys should get that, basically.
Got it.
Sweet. So that's the demo, and yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow. That's super cool.
That's a sweet service for sure.
That's a sweet service. You're right. You're right, Bigger. It definitely is. Definitely is. All right. So, DJ Chris, let us know. You're the winner of our consultation. So let us know who you want to do that with, and we'll get that set up with you so we can chat with you one-on-one. Any one of the three of the groupings that you see here. And again, Matt and Mark, I apologize if I put you all on the spot and offered you up, but it's what I do. I just want to help people, man, and I believe you guys do too. So it's awesome to have you guys on with us. So next week, let's see. This is super quick, or this video is delayed.
Could be delayed.
Yep, could be delayed.
Very possible.
Yep.
Sid.
Mark, David, or Sid.
I feel like my name is gonna get changed to Sid now.
Well, yeah, we it seems like we almost have it seems like we almost have a new nickname for you nonstop, don't we?
Yeah, it changes regularly.
Bigger and says he's kidding, but is he? But is he really? All right.
It's hard to tell.
My name's Sid now.
All right, so all right,
Sid.
guys. So a couple things to go over. It has been asked of us, and so we are going to do this. Is one of the top things that people mention to us is they love the show, which we appreciate that, and we just keep getting. Are you still live? Yep, we are still live. Thanks for asking. One of the top things that people. Look what we just got. Let's announce a free name membership calling our next scheduled airtime, David. Can they send their names to you? Yes. Yep.
That's sick.
Or you can do it through the text.
No, that's how we're going to do it. All right, guys. So everybody, thank you so much, Carol. That is awesome.
Yeah.
So everybody that is on right now, will be eligible. We're going to do this again. Next week. Next week is when we're going to be giving away the free name membership. All right.
So it's next week.
Next week's show, we're going to give away a free name membership. All right.
You're not going to want to miss that.
So everybody that texted in will be eligible, and I'm going to throw the QR code up again just in case you need it. All you have to do is text in, or all you have to do is either text in or send in the or scan the QR code. I'm sorry, there's so much going on. Big Earn says screams in a high-pitched voice. I could hear that.
I want to hear that. Hear that.
Michael says need it. Yeah, absolutely, man. All right, so this is awesome. So next week we are going to give away a free name membership. Is it going to be next week? No, wait, it's not going to be next week. I'm sorry, guys. It's not going to be next week. I lied. Can we just do it now? What the hell? Can we just do it now? You want to do it now, Matt?
Next week, so we can get. I believe we can get more people and stuff like that.
All right, yeah, let's wait.
Or the week after.
So, hi Matt. This is Lawrence. Hard Rock.
Hey, Lawrence. Yeah, I've been talking to you for a while. So Lawrence is one of our DJs who's been working actually in a casino. So that's a pretty cool use case.
Wow, awesome.
Great to see you here. I wish I could have shown him the demo, but I'm sure this is going to be recorded, right?
Yeah, it's always recorded, so you can definitely can watch the replay. Absolutely. What? Yeah, you're right about that. Lucky. You know what? Damn it! I want to give this membership away tonight. Let's do it. To hell with it. Let's do it tonight. All right, and maybe I can talk Carol into letting us do another one later on down the road.
Well, David,
yes.
you and I are both board members. Should we just have a vote?
Let's vote. We don't have to vote. We don't have to vote because Carol just said sure. Carol just said sure. Yep. So Big Earn says, I envy you, Lawrence. So Lawrence, you might want to connect with Big Earn, and maybe he can. Big Earn is traveling all over the country.
Yeah, he doesn't. The wandering DJ.
He doesn't even care what's going on with COVID right now. He's traveling anywhere he can go, and he says raises a hand for a vote. Yep. All right. So we're going to do it right now. We are going to give away a free membership to NAME, the National Association of Mobile Entertainers.
That's sick.
So basically, if you're already a member, then we'll just I guess we'll just credit you a year.
Extension. Yeah, you get a year extension.
Extend you a year if you're already a member. All right.
Let's give 30 seconds for people.
Yep, we're gonna get anybody who's watching right now or anybody who just jumped on. Whatever this craziest is going on, this is what we're doing. I have been checked multiple times for COVID and pass every time. Thank goodness. We appreciate that. And
putting COVID in air quotes.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's add this to the stream here. All right, we still got 17. Let's refresh that and see if anybody else messaged in.
Hopefully they stuck around.
Yeah, well,
this is a big one.
This should be present to win. This one should be present to win.
You should still be here.
I'm just making it up as I go, aren't I? You got to be present to win.
I think that's fair.
Got to be present to win. Michael said, "Sweet Christmas." I think Michael is probably like, "What in the world is up with these guys, man? These guys are nuts." Yeah, whatever. Hey,
text in.
Tell Big Earn to hit me up. There you go, Big Earn. There you go.
Connect with each other.
There's the email address.
Really the real deal. So he's a great guy in Tulsa, and he's actually been helping us to try to talk to some casinos and stuff.
Chris says you are. I think Chris is saying we're crazy. We really are. But you know what, man? It's all love, man. It's all love. All love. Yep. So Carol said we'll credit you for next year. Michael says he needed a membership.
Let's
All right,
go.
Michael, hopefully you texted in.
Anyone else want to text in? We still just have the 17s. This is really good odds, I feel like.
Yeah, it's amazing odds, actually. 1 out of 17. Hal says, I'm still here, but I got to go to work soon. Big Aaron says, I love it, Lawrence. And okay, so yep, Carol says, if you're already a member, we'll credit you a new year.
That's
all right,
awesome.
And your odds are even better because I'm not eligible. So.
Neither am I. But I didn't text in. All right, so 30 seconds. 30 seconds is all you get. 30 seconds, and then we're doing this. All right? Text the number in, scan the QR code, let us know what your favorite food is for Thanksgiving. That's all you got to do this. And you got to be present to win. So it's going to go to somebody who is still on right now, somebody who's still watching right now. Right now, you got to be watching.
Big Earn.
Big Earn says he loves this community. We love you, Big Earn. We love you, man. We wouldn't be a community without Big Earn. So I'm glad that he's a part of that.
Definitely so.
All right, 15 seconds, guys. 15 seconds. Michael says he's stoked.
Yes.
Michael says he's stoked.
Let's go.
Hopefully you guys have texted in. I'm telling you right now, you got to text in and you got to be present to win this thing. The people that are going to be you know what's going to be funny is the people that watch this replay are going to be texting, and then they're going to be like, "Oh shit,
just
we missed it. We missed it. Oh well." 5 seconds. I don't even know. I've probably gone way.
Yeah,
I've probably gone way over 30
time.
seconds. To hell. All right, let's do it. All right, let's do it, man. Let's do it, Matt.
A run raffle. So it's this person did not put their name in, but I guess if they text in here, we should see it. Or here, I can.
Oh, it's Big Earn.
So you gotta I can verify it kind of over here.
Big Earn says that's me.
Sure, maybe.
He says, I swear it's me. All right, let's find out. DJ Chris says the anticipation.
The winner just update their name using the link that was sent in the chat.
All right, update your name. If you're watching right now, update your name.
I still don't know because this should update to their name.
All right, let's see. Big Earn says he swears it's him. I'm gonna be excited if it is.
Yeah.
Not that this is fixed. I'm excited no matter who wins, but I'm just excited tonight for some reason. I don't know. I'm just excited. It's a good night, man.
Yeah.
It's a good night. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
It's been a lot of
fun. Yeah.
Big Earn says this is his number. Is that the number?
I can see.
Oh, here we go. Let's call him.
Yeah, call him.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, here, let me check. Give me 1 second.
All right.
509. Yeah, that's it. That's him.
Wow.
All right, Big Earn, you have done it. Big
That's
Earn,
wow.
you are the winner of a free membership to the National Association of Mobile Entertainers.
Yeah, look, he changed his name for everyone. There we go.
There it is.
That's
Verified.
awesome. Congrats, bro.
Verified and done. All right, so Earn, we'll get you all squared away. We'll get you all taken care of, man. So so we had some hella winners tonight, right? We got some hella winners tonight.
We did 3 giveaways.
We had a T-shirt winner, we had a consultation winner, and we had a name membership winner.
That's
so
crazy.
I was trying to look at the calendar earlier when I said that we weren't going to do it next week, which we're not. But we're going to be doing the next giveaway, so we got some time in between these shows.
Yeah,
it is going to be I don't know. It's going to be a while from now.
Really? Oh,
yeah, it's going to be. But we're going to keep collecting names. Okay. We're going to keep collecting names. It's going to be December 21st, I think. December 21st is when we're going to do the giveaway for the next membership to name.
Someone wants a recount.
Merry Christmas.
So it's so it's almost a month from now. Almost a month from now that we're going to be doing that. Michael says recount. Big Earn says thank you. Chris says congrats, Big Worm. I mean Big Earn Friday reference. Oh yeah, we know that. Yeah. We know that one, Ice Cube. We know that one. That's awesome. All right, man.
Thanks for hanging out, guys.
All right, so a couple things. I was getting to it, and then all of a sudden I was like, whatever, let's do this. And I totally blew it away. All right, so here's the bottom line. The biggest question that people say to us is, or the biggest comment that people say to us, oh, it's okay, we know, Mike. The people that say to us is, we love the show, but the problem is the show is like an hour and 20 minutes long.
It is quite long.
And that's hard for me to listen to or hard for me to digest all in one sitting.
Definitely.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take the audio. We're going to take the audio from all of our shows, and we're going to backdate this, by the way, too. We're going to go all the way back to the first show.
Yep.
We're going to take the audio, and we're going to start creating a podcast with the audio from the show, and we're going to break them down into like 30-minute chunks. All right. So that way you guys can kind of consume it in 30-minute chunks. One of these shows might end up being like, 2 or 3 podcasts or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But that way, those of you guys that are podcast listeners, those of you guys that listen to podcasts in the shower while you're shaving or whatever else you do in the shower or in the car, or just whenever you listen to your podcast, this will give you the ability to, be able to listen. And to be honest with you, I mean, the audio is the most important thing. We're not the best looking guys in the world anyway, so you probably might get more out of the audio than you will watching our silly faces. And you don't really have to physically be watching the show to get the meat and potatoes out of the show, right? So we're going to do that, and we're going to do that really, really soon. So be on the lookout. Wherever you listen to podcasts, wherever you get your podcast, just we'll make an announcement when they're live, and then of course just search Wedding Business Growth and you'll find those. Okay, so that's announcement number 1. Announcement number 2: next week, our guest next week is going to be talking about telling your story to your client. And I think this is going to be a really cool, all of these things that we're dealing with, and all these things that we're working on is helping you guys prepare yourself to when the influx comes, because we all know this. We all know that COVID is going to go away eventually. We all know that people are going to go back to partying and having fun eventually. It may not be the way it is right now. Who knows? Or before COVID, excuse me. We definitely know it's not going to be the way it is right now, but it may not be the way it is before COVID. But we know it's going to happen. So we want to continue to keep giving our listeners and keep giving the people that keep supporting us, which, by the way, we love you guys for doing that. We appreciate you guys doing that. We want to give you as many tools for your toolbox. You hear me say that all the time. And this is going to be yet another one. This is going to be something to help you focus on yourself. This is going to be something to help you focus on how can you tell your story to your client in a way that is compelling to them and going to make them want to hire you. Thank you, Hal. Thank you for that, man. Thank you for that. Doug says, what is the Facebook group? Yep. So if you just go to Wedding Business Growth is our Facebook group. It's our YouTube channel. It's our Twitch channel. It's our Instagram handle. So all of just Wedding Business Growth. You search that and you're everywhere. Well, we're trying to be everywhere. And we kind of made a soft announcement about our Wedding Business Growth Summit in 2022.
Wow, that I'm very excited about.
So we can't divulge everything. We can't divulge everything. Hal says, sorry if I talk too much. I promise I don't talk on the mic a lot at events. No, Hal, actually, we appreciate the fact that you do. We appreciate the fact that you comment, because this show is for you. This show is not for us, man. This show is for you guys. So we want your comments. We want your questions. We want your inquiries and everything. We want it all.
Bigger and said it. So we're all one fam. So that's it.
All right. So we're over the hour and 30-minute mark, man. I'm telling you, we are killing it. And we still have the majority of the people watching. Bigger and says my fingertips hurt from commenting. Yes, we love it. We love that you guys do. Chris says, great program, guys. Thank you, Chris. We appreciate that.
Thanks, man.
Chris, if you haven't done so yet, get with Matt and let him know, what you want to do on that consultation level, so we can get you squared away on that. All right, Mark, closing words, man. What do you got for us?
Thanks.
Wow. No, we appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate it. I would like to say something about last week's episode. Where she was talking about working in the other parts of the industry. And I think that's extremely important, because before I started my own company, I worked for a huge wedding services provider. Started out as just a DJ. This company bought the company I was working for. Next thing I know, we're adding photo and video to it, and I'm managing that, and I have no idea what I'm doing. So I went through the video training program. I went out and worked as a photographer's assistant, and it's made me a better DJ by learning from those perspectives that were not mine. And it actually annoys me for videographers. Nick, this might help you. When videographers plant themselves against the wall on the edge of the dance floor, not on the edge of the dance floor, but back on a wall. Well, now there's no way for me to go to the other side of the room without getting in the shot.
Right.
Little things like that. I would normally walk behind the videographer. Same thing with the photographer. But I mean, by getting out there and working with the other wedding professionals and seeing the business from that perspective, it's just going to make you better at what you do, and it's going to make you a better team player when you're on the job. And from learning that, I now get a good amount of recommendations and referrals from photographers and videographers because I know how to make their jobs easier. You know, just a quick one when we're doing the cake cutting. I encourage everybody to come around the cake for the cake cutting, but I do make the announcement of please do not step in front of our professional photographers and videographers. Let them get their shots and then you can get yours. Otherwise, you got some old aunt with her, flip phone trying to get a photo and stepping in front of you guys, and you're not getting the shots you need. You're getting paid for.
Right, and that means so much. Especially, I know David does that a lot, and yeah, when I hear DJs say that or MCs say that, man, it means a lot to us. So yeah, no, for sure. The best way to learn is by seeing the other side of what people do, no doubt.
So Chris said maybe me or Mark. Hey, Mark, what do you think about you and me setting up a Zoom call together with Chris, and we can just both tag team that?
Yeah,
you down for that?
I'm cool with that.
All right, cool. So we'll do that, Chris. We're me and Mark will set up a. Be sure to reach out to myself, and I'll connect with Mark, and then we'll set up a time that works good with you. Let's see. Big Earn says we're all about having a good time, like-minded, business-driven community, A+ fam. Yeah, absolutely, man,
for sure.
Let's see. New comment. I like coordinating white scenes for the video and photography. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what that
It's a nice aesthetic. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. I have no clue what the hell that means. Okay. I literally saw an old aunt with a 12-inch iPad at a ceremony. Yeah, happens all the time.
Yeah,
Chris says, wow. Yeah. So Chris, definitely, Matt, I'm going to bring you right back in just a second. Chris, so down at the bottom of the screen there, you'll see my, you can hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any one of those. Just hit me up and say, hit me up at David Hanscom and just let me know it's you, and we'll get you set up and taken care of. Let's see here. Hal says, I usually am the videographer, DJ. And
hey, man, you only got 3 jobs.
Oh, that's so funny. Antonio says, how can I reach out to you, Chris? I have some great ideas for name.
Probably want to reach out to Carol.
Yeah, probably want to reach out to Carol. Probably want to reach out to Carol for that. And if you hang on one second, let me find this here because Carol posted some information about how you can reach her on the name page, and it may not have showed up for everybody here. So if I can find that comment real quick, I will throw that up, and we'll have Carol's information there. And we have a ton of questions. This is great.
Yeah.
A ton of comments. I mean, you know what? We may have ran out of them. Anyways, reach out to us. We'll get you Carol's information. I don't know if she... Oh, I meant to say me. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Antonia. Yeah. So same thing. Reach out to me at David Hanscom. It's down at the bottom left-hand corner, right down there. Right down there. All right. So Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whichever one, just hit me up right there. Chris, do the same thing and do that. All right, Matt, any final words from you, buddy, before we wrap it up tonight?
No, I would just say it's been super cool to see everyone kind of connecting, like our audience and stuff, like wanting to reach out. So yeah, this is awesome.
That's what it's all about. For sure.
I love it. Okay, Carol says, please send me name, membership, winner, contact information to get them signed up. Yep, absolutely. We'll do that. We'll get you, we'll get bigger and connected with you for that. Absolutely. All right, Nick, what you got?
I appreciate everyone being on. I mean, I know we kind of went a little bit over, but hey, it's an awesome community. I'm happy everyone's here and we get to share this information and knowledge with everyone and connect everyone. It's awesome. So that's what it's all about.
I will say that free advice, free knowledge, free experience. I mean, sitting on the screen right now is probably about, Matt, how long have you been in the industry?
Well, I started DJing about 10 years ago.
Okay.
I haven't been doing it consistently.
Okay. So, I mean, just on the screen alone, if we...
Nice. Yes.
It's nice.
Oh,
yes.
Very nice.
If we leave the young Padawan out of this, on the screen alone, without Nick,
young Padawan,
you probably have about
26 years. How much do you have, David?
Yeah, at least the same. I was going to say you probably have about 60 years worth of experience on the screen alone, and then if we bring Nick in on that, you probably have like 61 years of.
Hey, 62. Don't cut me short.
Is Roxy still up here?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. We're missing the dog. Anyways, so you have like 60 plus years on the screen right now. So I know that we've gone an hour and 38 minutes, but at the end of the day, the only thing this costs you guys is your time.
Yeah.
This only thing it costs you guys is your time. And hopefully it's time well spent. Hopefully you've learned something. And the reality is, even if you've learned one thing tonight,
it's a win.
Even if you've learned one thing to help you elevate your business, and even if it just helps you get to tomorrow, then I promise you it's worth it.
It could change the course of your entire business.
100%.
For sure.
100%. 100%.
And if not, hopefully we made you laugh at some point.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
That too. Hope you got some laughs out of it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we're going to wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, for
Thanks
joining
for
us
on, yeah.
and watching tonight. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around.
Yeah.
Matt and Mark, if you guys want to hang around backstage for just a second before we get out of here, we're going to sign off the live part of this. We will see you guys next week, next Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Keep sending us your questions. Keep sending us your comments. We love you guys.
Appreciate
Thank you
guys.
for joining us tonight.
Peace.
Peace out.
Right.